Politics has won, cricket has lost. This is the sentiment that has come on after Bangladesh boycotted the T20 World Cup. But if you have to remember what was the genesis of this, it wasn't Mustafizur. It was Bangladesh's persecution of minorities that India were very, very angry with. But politics had to make a big statement. And this is what one of the ex-BCB secretaries had to say about this whole thing. Because in an interview with CricBuzz, Syed Ashraful Haque mentioned, present board is totally subservient to the decision of a government that won't be around after a few weeks. Everybody lost sight of the broader picture. Mohammad Yunus's interim government is going to last only for a couple of weeks because February 12th is the election. That time a new party is going to come. But remember, they will also be anti-India. On the other hand, when you look at it, the present board, they dance to the tunes of Asif Nazrul. Whatever he said, that was the diktat. They had to follow it. They put on a charade, okay, we will talk to the players. The players wanted to play the T20 World Cup, but apparently Asif Nazrul and the word of the current interim government had the final say. Syed Ashraful Haque mentioned even further, the call should have been taken from the players, not from the government or the board. They have deprived the players of their lifetime ambitions of playing a World Cup just to suit a questionable agenda. Now look at what has happened. They should have asked the players. The sports advisor will say, we did ask the players, but there was an overriding security concern. A delusional security concern, by the way. They have deprived the players of their lifetime ambitions of playing in the World Cup just to suit a questionable agenda. The questionable agenda was the peddling that if Mustafizur Rahman could not get security, how on earth can a whole team and the management get security? Now that is the fallacy of it all. Remember one thing, even during peak tensions, the enemy on the other side in Pakistan came to India. Yes, the dark side of it, their journalists were not given visas to travel to India. Neither were the fans. But the team came. And not a single incident happened to the team where they were staying, be it Hyderabad or be it Ahmedabad. So that is where call should have been taken from the players, very unlikely in a subservient, when you look at it, culture in South Asia. Player power doesn't have that much of value. Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, maybe to a certain extent in Sri Lanka, but even they also have to agree to what the sports minister has to say. So that is where subservient nature is there. The players only have a minuscule say. In the end, it's the government. But Syed Ashraful Haque is saying the stand that happened and the way how it was handled was totally out of control. He said, we shouldn't have taken a stand straight away. Talk first. We are played into the hands of the extreme rightist political parties in India. Now understand the timeline. When Sheikh Hasina was overthrown, anti-India elements came into the Bangladesh system. And since then, it's been anti-India. Mohammad Yunus's interim government has always displayed an anti-India sentiment. Persecution of the minorities did happen, and it is happening. There will be some instances, some of the minorities could have a free say in Bangladesh. But that's not the case. The wrongs are more than the rights. This is the one issue that you have to understand at this point in time. So the persecution of the minorities continued until the mini auction. Everybody were peddling only to the political side. When Mustafizur came in, 9.2 crores KKR dished out, the tension erupted. Fringe right-wing elements in India raised an objection. Why on earth did you have to pick Mustafizur at a time when India and Bangladesh tensions are high? Kolkata Knight Riders had to back out. BCCI issued the ultimatum. And then after that, radical elements in Bangladesh sprung up. Equating a T20 development, a local T20 development, a domestic T20 development to a ICC event, that was the problem. And extremist, rightist political parties had to come into the fray because 2026 is election year in two states that are close to Bangladesh. West Bengal and Assam. Their polarization when it comes to the Bangladesh issue is high. So that is why these kind of steps had to be taken, and yes, Bangladesh played into their hands. In the end, what Syed Ashraful Haque is saying, by this action, Bangladesh might have won a political fight with India, but we have lost the war in cricket. On the government, if they have to manage the situation, the new one that will come after February 12th, he says they have to, else it's the death of Bangladesh cricket. Yes, through your fake pride and nationalism, you managed to equate something which was not related at all. But India's authorities also have to take a fair share of the blame. If only the IPL, GC and everybody were not in their convenient bubble, had they communicated that, boss, MHA and when you look at all the departments of the government have issued an advisory that you cannot pick Bangladesh players, you shouldn't have put them in the pool in the first place. But our government also blundered because they never issued any kind of advisory. If it was advised, if there was an advisory, where is it? So the blame is on both ends of the spectrum. India's officials botched it up in their own way, but Bangladesh's delusional botch will be headlines in 2026 because, yes, their cricket is in the death throes because of this. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.